Whether you need to attack from afar or stab someone up close, the Shuriken is your go-to weapon. The Shuriken is a traditional Japanese concealed weapon. The name literally means hand-release blade. They were generally used for throwing with a tactical purpose in mind, but could be used in melee if they needed to be. It was the quintessential ranged weapon every warrior, or ninja, knew how to use. The origins trace back to the 3-year war by Tadamasa. It was first a variation of a short sword, then was made through the sharpening of hand blades from everyday items like needles, nails, knives, coins, washers, and other flat metals. Notably, a shuriken is only a small bladed object, whereas shaken is the popularized ninja or throwing star, although in the West the name is fairly interchangeable. These weapons were often taken as a supplement along the sword for samurai, as they were tactically important. Those from ninja or assassin clans also quickly picked up on the art. Despite the popularity, it was only a minor teaching in martial arts school named Shuriken Jutsu. Shuriken Jutsu is a secret art that still baffles historians even today due to its immense secrecy. The earliest known reference is to the school of Gonrutsu Ryu in the 17th century. They used shuriken that closely resembled arrows. Earlier still, there were records of short swords being thrown. A sister variation is called the bow shuriken, which are throwing weapons consisting of a straight iron or steel spike and pointy on both sides. They were typically 12 to 21 centimeters long and weighed about 35 grams. However, this is not to be confused with a kunai, which were used primarily for stabbing. At its root, a kunai was simply a Japanese knife derived from the masonry tool. It was basic, but multifunctional. Typically an average length of 40 centimeters, with a leaf-shaped blade and handle followed by a ring on the end. The ring could be used to string a rope through it and applied for climbing or other scenarios. Despite the general usefulness, more often than not they were simply used as crowbar against plastic or wood. Because of this, kunai were not often sharpened at all, since they were primarily used as a tool and not a weapon. However, pop culture has vastly exaggerated not only their role, but how they looked. Kunai were made from everyday items and as such inherently come with a significant amount of variance. A few are the names as follows: a kugigata or nail, a harigata or needle, a tantogata or knife, the hogogata or spear, and the matsubagata or pine needle. In battle, any of the variations could be thrown overhead, underarm, or sideways. In each instance, the blade would slide out from the hand in a controlled flight path. Hira shuriken resemble the pop culture conception of shuriken and are typically constructed from thin metal plates with a hole in the center. However, it's only sharp at the tip. The hole located at the center was convenient as the Hira shuriken could be strung along for transport, and also it helped with aerodynamics during flight. To distinguish the different types of shuriken, bow means 1 or 2 pointy ends, and Hira means 4 or more. Additionally, many ninja families or clans would introduce their own variation, mostly because there was no standard, but many were used instead to symbolize their position or ideology through the shuriken itself. For example, prior to the 20th century, a swastika sharp blade was not wholly uncommon due to its ancient meaning of peace. Contrary to popular belief, shuriken were not used to kill, but rather as a distraction, as they were typically much too shallow to gravely wound a foe. They were intentionally aimed at hands or feet that would become lost in the ensuing confusion. For example, a few blades could be thrown but then quickly lost. Thus, the guard, or whomever, they would leave their post in fear of an invisible assailant. Other users coated their weapons in poison or even fire for a much more deadly effect. Despite the overwhelming number made, few have been well preserved due to their expendable nature. Modern shuriken are made from stainless steel and are largely commercially available, even if they have seen bans across the world. These days, due to the resurgence of traditional Japanese culture, previous masters of the craft have been taking up new students to pass down the art to the next generation. Bow shuriken, kunai, and shuriken have seen a lot of different uses in video games. It goes all the way back to Ninja Kid with the bow shuriken, and then over to Ninja Gaiden with the Hira shuriken, and then all the way to Naruto where it's been massively exaggerated and popularized. Sometimes it's just to distract a foe like they did in history, and other times it's a one-hit kill. Coat it with poison, light it on fire, cause confusion, knick-knack, stab a dude, or just completely miss. The Shuriken may not be the most deadly exemplary edge, but they sure as hell cut their way into the history books.